What up, people? What up, people? What up, people? Thank y'all for tapping in once again. This is episode 2 of With All Due Respect. Today is, the name of the episode is What About Your Friends? So we will be discussing friendships and how they play into the relationships and how they play into your life on a daily basis. So we can kind of start it off by just, Trav, what's your definition of a friend, or how do you define friendship?
Well, friendships are, it's a very delicate thing because you have childhood friends, you have adulthood friends, and those are two different, spectrums, right? So, from my perspective, you have to deal with them separately, right? And as people grow, you really have to understand where people are in their growth in order to build in that friendship. So it's not one thing, but it encompasses a bunch of things.
So what's your most important characteristic of a friend, though?
Just being self-aware. Okay. Self-aware is important, right? You know, where we at in times, where you at in times, where each individual is at in times. Right. You know what I'm saying? So being self-aware is the attribute I'm going to go with.
So, Nick, what's your definition of a friend?
I would say a confidant, someone that's not your blood family, but can be much closer. You maybe can trust more than your blood and your family. Someone who knows your ugly parts, your good parts, that's non-judgmental, and just your person, period, outside of your soulmate, per se. I do feel like you have to have, like, friend soulmates, a kindred spirit, just somebody, that's your person, period.
All right, so my definition, or better yet, let's go with what I define as a friend. A person that I define as a friend, or how I define friendship, right? There's the number one criteria to me is being trustworthy. I have to be able to trust you, because I just feel like without that trust, everything can go left. Number 2 is probably honor and respect. It kind of goes hand in hand in my book. And I say that because you got to move with honor at all times. I don't say things like loyalty, and I'll get into that later, but as far as a friendship, I have to be able to trust you. And how I trust you is to watch how you move, and do you move with honor and respect in all your movements, or do you just move how it's beneficial to you? So as you grow, you have different levels of friendship, right? You have the people you grew up with, and then you have people who you are growing with, and then you have people that you kind of just met along the way. Nick, with you kind of moving from a different place, do you consider it that it's hard to build true friendships with people?
I would say yes and no, being that since I did move here as an adult, I did have to find, my friends here. I'm like, it's not my city. I don't know nobody here. Right. But I know how I like to move. I know you need your girlfriends. You need your friends to go to lunch with. And
do you? Do you need your friends to go to lunch with?
Do. Right. But I mean, and I'm a person who, I'm not like, I don't understand when people say you don't need friends, and I feel like you really do.
You need male and female friends?
I never really looked at it as, but I'm going to handle it gracefully.
All right.
I feel like the sex kind of just that really doesn't, the sex of the person
all right. I was about to ask you something else.
doesn't determine like the friendship. I mean, it really doesn't. Like I have guys that I'm super cool with, but my good girlfriends, yeah. Friends, you know, I think you're my friend. We do business.
You said the wrong thing when I was about to hit you with a slick ass comment.
Shut that off. Just shut that shit on there. You're my friend. I feel like Trav, you know, you're my friend.
Right.
And you know, people that I kind of just, you know, bumped into along the way, or, you know, working in the clubs. You make, you know, these relationships with people. It's like, no, we may not be besties, but if I see you, I'm gonna say, what's up? If I see your family, what's up?
But do you consider them friends though? See, because I have a problem with my friends just making random ass friendships.
Okay, you're right. And
you know
people do use the word friend very
loosely these days.
But we know, you know, like, oh, that's my friend. It's so easy to say, but no, like, y'all ain't like my girls. You know, like my friends. Like I have a friend and I have a friend. You know what I'm saying? Like a friend and a friend.
All right. So which one is more
my
important?
friend is the important one because that is. You know, my girlfriend, my sister, like I said, I don't have, you know, I mean, I have my husband, his family here. Huh?
I think a lot of women operate like that.
Of course, because some of us, we don't have sisters. Like, we have cousins that's kind of like my close cousin. I call her my sister cousin, but she's all the way in Alabama, you know, and with that distance comes, you know, we kind of miss chunks of each other's lives. Like, yeah, we can talk on the phone and kind of keep up that way, but it's nothing like someone that you really, that you can meet up and cry with. Like my client I had tonight, she started off as strictly a client and now she's one of my best friends. Like Terica, for instance, I met her through someone else and she brought me cabbage to the hospital when my boobs weren't gorging milk. Like that's my friend. It's a family, you know, it's my family here. And I feel like when I don't have, you know, I ain't gonna say don't have, because I know I'm gonna always have my husband and his family. I don't wanna say that, but my friends, my grown-up friends that I've made here are my family friends. And I kind of feel like I'm more closer to them than my friends that I grew up with.
I mean, so let me ask you this then, both of y'all, Trav and Nick, like, how do y'all go about building friendships?
You just got to feel the vibe.
Right, and is it an intentional, like, let me show up and make some friends? Because sometimes people do go through that phase in life, you know, like where they tired of their old friends. They old friends, they never want to go nowhere. They old friends, they always on that bullshit in the group chat. You know, like they old friends are just really just on some other type time, and you have kind of grown out of that place in your life. You know, like Trey, how you deal with stuff like that?
I mean, I think for one, you know, your character takes you farther than anything in life, right? So you got to be grounded in you. You know, wherever you go, it dictates who you are. So whether in a circle of friends, in that aspect, you saying, well, this group don't match what I got going on. So
do you just hop ship?
Yeah, you get the fuck on.
It's not about hopping. It's not about hopping. I just
don't operate like that.
It's not about hopping ship, but at the same time,
or you just take a step back.
It's not about hopping ship, but what you put in the atmosphere is gonna come back to you. So naturally, people gonna attract to you with what you got going on.
I just put 25 racks in the atmosphere.
But see, that's not based on that's not based on friendship.
Is it gonna come back?
Well, the church you ain't supposed to be doing that.
See, that's on something else. That's on something else.
But I'm serious about that, because a lot of times people just like to talk like they just outgrow people, right? But I don't even think it's them outgrowing people. I just think that they lose respect for people.
No, it ain't always about respect, because sometimes people be on different paths, right?
Okay.
You know, sometimes. But just 'cause
your path
that's exactly what I was about to say. People be on two different paths. People want to
be on different paths. So what's your path?
But whatever your path is, I can still respect it.
You can still respect it, but
other person can't.
Exactly. You can't account for nobody else, right?
I mean, what you mean? I need clarity with that.
I mean, you can only be accountable for you.
That's correct.
You see things one way.
Right.
Right? Mm-hmm. That don't mean the other person don't see how they is, because growth is subjective, right?
Nah, but I can still love you. I can still love you, and I can still
Love is subjective.
be a genuine friend to you, even though it doesn't matter where your path is going.
Okay. So boom, here's a prime example of exactly what you're saying. Prime example on my side right now. My best friend that I pretty much met in the 8th grade, she tattooed on my side.
Okay.
I feel like we should be here. Her mom passed, unfortunately when we were 20.
Right.
My mom walked her in at the hospital to see her mom out. I didn't care, like, this saved your life. We know, like, I've been there just crying on your mom, baby Joe. I feel like you my friend for life. We don't speak now. We don't speak. We don't really do much baby showers. It's crazy because congratulations if she watching this. Right. She has a baby on the way and it's due on my birthday. But it's like once I moved, I took this path and she was on this path. Like emotionally, she couldn't be the friend that I needed. Well, and she had to shut down. And I don't understand you shutting down. So I'm like, well, fuck it.
No,
I ain't finna be patient. Like, I'm going on.
But I mean, that's one of the major things is like being the friend that you needed. Like that says a lot.
A lot of things is, I do this based on expectations. Mm-hmm. And that's not how we supposed to operate.
No, that's not how I move, though.
That's not how we supposed to operate as people. Because when you give, you're supposed to give with a heart, right? And no matter,
good conscience.
And with good consciousness, right? And no matter who you are given to, that blessing might not come back from that same person.
It's gonna come from somebody else in the atmosphere.
That same action might not come back from that same person, right? So that's where a lot of our friendships go wrong because we think as we do, we're supposed to receive from that particular person.
I definitely get that, but I don't feel like that so much was a situation. It was just like you kind of just shut down emotionally and just cut off, which I get that, but then when we pick back up, people don't want to be accountable. It's so hard for people to say, damn, I was just going through some shit. I just had to back up. But you trying to find a reason, you moved. I thought you had new friends. Da-da-da-da. So now you're not wanting to be accountable to the fact that you shut me off. And that comes with something like, I'm still open arm. I'm still going to love you. But if you can't be accountable, you got to get the fuck out.
Do you think that you were the friend that they needed?
Exactly, and that's a major part.
I mean, honestly, wholeheartedly, like even I know
we always talk about what we would like to receive, right? So, all right, so let me give you my example, right? My very best friend in the whole wide world, his name is Charles Edge, right? Charles went through hell when it came to COVID.
Freckles.
Right. You call them Freckles.
Everybody got a nickname.
Yeah. Red, but Charles went through hell. And then he went through hell in his relationship. Whether he calls it or not, it's still hell. I feel like as a friend, I wasn't the best friend that I could have been.
But you're being accountable for that.
Nah, but it don't matter whether you're accountable or not. The result is still the same.
True.
See, and this pandemic has people not even wanting to be true friends anymore. You damn near don't even want to shake hands unless you really care about the person. You don't even really want to shake hands or dap people because the pandemic has caused us all to kind of push everybody away and deal with our media.
But we still have phones and we can still call and be there.
Yeah, but we ain't no girls.
But not only that, you can be accountable now, right? And you can see all that vision now, but when they needed you, was you accountable?
Yeah.
I mean, wholeheartedly, I would say, yeah, I feel like I said to crowd you. I was there when you wrecked your car fucked up after the club came and talked you out of police going to jail.
Like that,
I mean, I'm just saying I was there. What more can I do? What besides being...
Hey, listen, man, as friends, we all got secrets.
But at the time, though, that's what you think they needed.
My friends hold secrets.
You have to live for another person's thoughts. If you want to be incorporated with somebody else, you got to tap into what they got going on.
Man, it's the love language.
It's the love language.
So we say love language because we think of that in relationships like your spouse, your significant other or whatever. But there's a friendship love language too.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? When you are building things like a friendship, it's definitely important that the way that you move is interpreted correctly by the person that you're moving with or moving to.
True.
And most people, especially in this day and time, they just move however they move, and they expect that everybody else should have to deal with it.
So when I meet you, I say, okay, look, boom, I want to be your friend. I expect
Do you
this,
tell them
A,
that?
B, C, D. No, I'm asking you, is this what you think?
Oh.
That you should get out there before we even go down this road. If you can't be this friend, do this, and this, I want to be a friend.
Nah,
do you think it's like that, or do you have to go through the trials to figure it out?
Yeah, you got to go through trials and tribulations, but I can see that. I can see whether a person's going to be a stand-up person or not. Because before you have actually let somebody in your space, you've already seen them. They just don't out the blue pop up like, bitch, we friends.
True.
I mean, for one, that's discernment. You got to be able to
I was just about to
discern.
say that's discernment.
But the next thing, a lot of people don't live in a truth. So
That's a fact.
So
Very
living in
true.
your truth is a major part of any relationship.
True.
And you dealing with your friends on a daily basis, you consider them as a confidant, as you said.
Mm-hmm.
They have to live. You expect them to live in a truth.
And
You
when
know
they
what I'm
not,
saying?
that's when that judgment and all that bullshit come
That's
in.
when everything else comes in.
But do you think that people can really truly look at themselves in the mirror and say that they are what they say that they are?
You should be able to, but I feel like some people, Sagittarius, because they can't be accountable.
It's a
Whoa,
lot.
whoa,
Hold on.
whoa. I'm a Sagittarius. We got to get this clear.
We already no.
Yeah. I mean, so you saying
Non-accountability. Pull it up in your.
Hold on. So you're telling me, from what you know of me, I fit that description?
But you more on the Capricorn side.
No. I am a Sagittarius.
You on the cusp.
So you tell me, do I fit that description that you
And
know?
just in the situation, I would say no. But I'm not Shay. You may not be accountable. You may not be the problem. From my experience with certain Sagittarius, you're not going to be the problem. You're going to find every reason for everyone else to be the problem because I'm perfect Patty.
So what are you?
A Cancer. Say something
Oh,
bad about it.
You know what is a Cancer though?
A Cancer. I mean, you're a damn Cancer. A Cancer
It's time for a break. It's a break. Cut it up. What is sponsors? What is sponsors? Because no, we're not going to do this.
Hey, give them the sponsors, Vic. We're going to get back to it, though.
The Cancer is the best sign.
For one, Aquarius is the best sign.
Oh, wait. Who talks about that?
You already cut, Vic?
He's still rolling. But seriously.